Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of teams who come off losses just 1 week ago and now want to flip things back in a positive direction. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll set up to throw. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go! Let's round! Let's round! Let's round! Ohio!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. but they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
All right, here we go.
Slot man moves right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
gun. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fix what was wrong with them in the last game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here we go. Let's round. Let's round.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Fielded at the 33.
Whoosh! Another miss.
Still on his feet. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Watch it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. That is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard near the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's round.
They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Clean. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Let's round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here we go. Ohio.
Back to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards remaining now on second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. Watch it now. 40. Here we go. Landing. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 14. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
The play clock's running down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Over! Detroit! Watching now.
They'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That's taken at around the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Second down and just 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Now parking for the extra point. And out now come the Vikings. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A handoff as they run the counter play. as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Second down following the run.
Green! Watch it now, Barney!
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors there they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 46 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So on comes the kicker, Cody Parkey, in a big spot. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
In the red zone this time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the move to his left. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, cut in right. Cut in. All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Detroit! Over!
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Green Bay.
you.